Just hours to go before the first vote is cast in Karnataka. We're forced to ask, are these elections truly free and fair? Or have they been suborned? Have the voters been suborned to elect specific candidates? There is an avalanche of cash that threatens to deluge the electoral process as it begins tomorrow, when the first vote is cast. Yes, we are going to reveal videos tonight, videos, eye-popping videos of cash, oodles of cash, bundles of cash, stuffed in gunny sacks, in cars, in the boots of vehicles, and of course, being passed around as if it's candy. Here are the hard facts. Before I show you some of those videos, here are the hard facts, viewers. There has been a 500% increase in cash seizures by the IT department ahead of election day. Can you believe it? 500% increase. Over 87 crores. Over 87 crores cash seized in the run-up to these elections over the last 1 month alone. 87 crores unaccounted cash doing the rounds in Karnataka. And this is only what has been seized. God alone knows how much more has already been pocketed. 6 cash videos of bribes accessed just over the last 24 hours. At least 2 Congress and 1 JDS candidates under the scanner as a result of these videos and these seizures. Let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. Let's first pull out video 1. This is from Hebbal, Karnataka. Look at those pictures. JDS candidate there, his kin, in fact, allegedly distributing cash in his hands. Focus very closely on those videos. In his hands, the JDS candidate's kin there is counting 2,000 rupee notes and handing them out as if it is candy, obviously to ostensible voters. This is Hebbal, Bangalore. It's right there in the heart of the capital city of Karnataka. God alone knows what is going on in the extremities of the state. Lots more money, we are being told, has been used to suborn these elections. There's another video from Chitradurga, Karnataka. IT sleuths intercept an SUV there. You can see that. Intercepted, SUV searched, cash recovered, 2.17 crores worth of money found from that SUV. The story just goes on and on. Video 3, Bidar. Congress candidate Ashok Keni raided. IT sleuths searched the Congress Neta's house. We are told that unaccounted cash in video 3, you will see, has also been recovered. There are more seizures. Video 4, Yadgir, Karnataka once again. EC confiscates this time liquor bottles stuffed in water tankers, alcohol worth 9 lakhs have been seized here alone. The money that was used to purchase the alcohol unaccounted for. Then there's Cashgate video 5, Bagalkot, Karnataka. Once again, 20 lakhs seized in a late night raid. Video 6, Ankola, Karnataka. Look at these pictures. Raids at the house of Congress candidate's aide. Congress candidate Satish Sail's aide under lens. Raid after raid revealing oodles and oodles of cash. In fact, let me just direct your attention, viewers, to the reports that I have in my hand. And I will show you some numbers which will completely flabbergast you, surprise you. Look at these numbers. Let's get our cameras here on these. Here it is. So in 2013 assembly elections, from the date of announcement to the date of poll, the seizure was around 14.42 crores. There it is. In the 2014 parliamentary elections, from the date of announcement to the date of poll, seizures were 28 crores. So you can already see a doubling. But in 5 years, the amount of cash that has been seized runs into 87 crores. And we are talking about only the cash that has been seized, viewers. We don't know about the other cash that is unaccounted for. Also, just look down the list. Gold ornaments worth 65 crores. Look at the jump from the previous year. Previous years, that is in 2014, just 6.78 crores worth of gold, silver, precious metal, laptops, saris, all sorts of sops. Now, a tenfold jump. Tenfold jump. 65 crores. The list is long. Even drugs have been supplied. 86 kilograms of drugs, narcotics. And then there are, of course, several other arms, ammunition, to perhaps disrupt the poll process, intimidate. Cash really is the currency, though. Cash is the currency. Saris, sops bought with the cash are being used today to buy and suborn democracy. I just want to go across to Madhav and I want to go across to Imran. All of us join us this evening from the ground before I open this out to our guests. Madhav, give us a sense really of the amount of money that is doing the rounds and who is really pumping in this cash. I have to ask you this because you see it's the Election Commission that has been in charge of the state now for about a month. Are they failing? Are they failing because perhaps there are people in the bureaucracy, there are people at different levels in the state administration that are doing this at the behest of politicians who they might be beholden to? What's happening?
Well, Rahul, I think you put it quite correctly. The rise of the mining lobby in Karnataka, the real estate lobby, has really been the cause over the past 10 years for this obscene amount of cash really being used in the elections. And this has been the trend since the 2008 election. It perhaps is the highest number, of this kind of cash seizure in the state that has been found by the Election Commission thus far. There is all sorts of talks about, dozens of crores that are being spent by candidates, whether they are in urban or rural areas, that have to be put in place if they have to win this election. Even if you look at this evening's report of the Election Commission, Rahul, it very specifically mentions that the name of the Congress candidate Muniratna, against whom there are serious charges, there were in fact T-shirts that have been found in the past, over 5,000 of them that were being distributed. The same person, of course, is being accused of holding those epic cards illegally, and that was taken in lieu of water cans with his name and photograph on it. So that's the price of a vote in Karnataka. Somewhere it may be a T-shirt, somewhere it may be a sari, somewhere it may be a water can. There may be promised pressure cookers after this, and this is in fact noted in the Election Commission report that was presented just today or just released this evening, in which they've postponed the poll date by 2 weeks. So God knows how much money is really being circulated over here, while the kind of election apparatus and the surveillance is also at a very high level. The big question at this point in time is whether the Election Commission is equipped enough to deal with this kind of a situation, and that's why we are seeing this widespread use of cash, of such freebies to influence voters, Rahul.
Well, Madhav, I don't want to cast aspersions against anyone, least of all, of course, the Election Commission. But if you just look at purely the numbers, this 500% rise, increase in cash suggests that all of this is happening with impunity. That at a time when, in fact, any seizure, or it should be impossible to circulate money, there is a huge jump. So obviously someone in the system is looking the other way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have so much cash doing the rounds. I mean, you just look at the mind-boggling numbers. 14 crores 5 years ago, 87 crores now, unaccounted wealth. And I have this entire sheet in front of me. And it's not just 1 or 2 constituencies. It's 33 constituencies, districts actually. 33 districts, several constituencies within these 33 districts. I mean, the list is long. Bengaluru Rural, Chikbalapur, Chitradurga, Devanagare, Kolar, Ramanagara, Shimoga, Tumkur, Bengaluru Urban, BBMP Central, BBMP North, BBMP South, Belagavi. I mean, the list is long. It goes all the way down to Yadgir, Raichur, Gulbarga, Koppal, Bellary, Bidar, Dakshin Kannada, Chikkamangaluru, Kodagu, Mandya, Hassan. I mean, you cut across the state. It's not even one district has been spared of this menace. Can this poll therefore really see to be free and fair, Madhav?
Well, that's certainly a very, very valid question at this point in time, Rahul, just because the sheer kind of money that has been used, the scale of these recoveries and the money being distributed, it's all being caught on camera today. It's perhaps very difficult in the age of social media for these politicians to go around distributing money and not be caught on camera. And that's perhaps where this concern is largest. In fact, I've been speaking to a number of political leaders, and I've been told that in urban centers like Bengaluru, candidates, would be spending upwards of even 30 crores in certain constituencies, and that's just a mind-boggling number, Rahul, that people are sharing with in terms of the kind of money that is being used, that is being spent by several of these candidates, and Imran, all of it completely illegally.
Imran, liquor, cash, saris, laptops, all doing the rounds. Who's behind all of this? We're seeing links to a large number of Congress candidates, JDS candidates, perhaps even BJP candidates. Is it cutting across party lines, or are there certain political parties that are deeper into this than others? Can you hear me, Imran? Can you hear me? Imran, can you hear me?
Well,
okay.
Yes, Rahul. Rahul, very clearly that...
Go ahead.
Yes, Rahul. Yes, Rahul. See, Rahul, very clearly we've seen that the list of Congress candidates who have been income tax raids have happened very clearly shows the number that the Congress is very jittery about the fact that this is a state where they do not want to lose the power. It's a do and die situation for them. This is one of the biggest states they have after Punjab for name that they are in power. Now, we've seen that on the ground, many of the IT raids have happened in Congress minister's house. You saw in today morning, Ankola, which happened. You happened in Bagalkot, you happened in Badami, you happened in Mangalore. Even Ramnath Rai, who's a minister, his closets house the income tax raided, mining minister Vinay Kulkarni. So very clearly there is a list of people who Congress candidates who have been trying to influence by hook or crook. We saw in Chikbalapur how the MLA tried to give saris to the people there to influence them for the poll outcome, but the people rejected the saris. They said that you have not done any work, we do not want to give you vote, please don't bribe us. The same way the Santosh Lad, who's a mining baron in Ballari, we saw how when he went to the constituency, the people rejected him, and later there was cash sought from him, which was unaccounted wealth. How there are few instances of BJP MLAs also trying to influence voters. Income taxes also raided, like we saw today, a close raid of Janardhan Reddy, where his vehicle was seized, where 2 crore was recovered. So there is a list of people. Both parties are involved in this plan, but we saw that the growing number of Congress candidates that they're trying to do as much as they can to influence the voter by money, by liquor, by other means, giving the people essential amenity goods like there was a water tanker, there was phones, there was trying to be with household cookers, pressure cookers. So there's a lot of efforts being concentrated effort being doing to influence the voters.
Okay.
The Election Commission has done their best. In fact, Sanjeev Kumar is doing the press conference today that
the money is coming out
yes,
of every possible nook and cranny in the state. It's flooding, it's an avalanche, as I've said, deluging, in fact, the pollscape. Now, will it influence the election? That's the greatest worry. I want to throw this open. Dr. Sambit Patra of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shadat Poonawala, lawyer. Also with us, Juhi Singh of the Samajwadi Party, Rajiv Desai, public affairs expert, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist. I want to begin first and foremost with Dr. Sambit Patra. Dr. Patra, our correspondent says that there is unaccounted cash doing the rounds. I know you're going to blame the Congress party tonight, but let's be honest. This threatens to subvert the entire system. And at a time when the Election Commission is in charge, can you seriously implicate the Siddaramaiah government?
See, Rahul, you have a point over here. I firmly agree with you. Rather than politicking on these serious issues, we should be on the same page that such kind of dubious means to win over elections is a threat to democracy, and we all have to come together to see to it that the cleansing process starts at the earliest. One small example of it being the last budget, if you would remember, not this budget, the year before this budget, you would remember we had accepted the Election Commission's advice of changing election poll funding. So I firmly believe bit by bit this cleansing process will go on. But I have been in Karnataka for almost a month during these elections. I have seen the naked dance of the Congress party on the ground. The best example right now to cite would be the RR Nagar constituency, the Rajeshwar Nagar constituency, where in fact, contrary to what the Congress was stating, we have just found out that the FIR has been registered on the insistence of the court against the Congress candidate, Mr. Muniratnam Naidu. So naturally, it was a humongous scam. It was not just money. It was a scam in a way where there were twofold scams taking place together. One, you were creating fake votes through the Form 6, and the second one was where you were in fact collecting the genuine epic cards in lieu of bribing the voters. So of course this is an extremely serious issue. Ministers after ministers have been raided, and we have found a collective wealth of approximately 87 crores, as you're pointing out. This is not small. I firmly believe the cleansing process has to start. The Congress party is jittery, knowing very well that the ATM machine of the Congress party, that is Karnataka, is going to be closed as far as the Congress misgovernance is concerned.
Well, Mr. Desai, you seem to be very amused by all of this, but the fact is that a large number of your candidates have been found using unfair means, and the list is long. I can read it out for you.
Rahul, I'm not amused by what you're saying. I just had my granddaughter wave at me from the window.
So you're excused then. You're pardoned. Say hello to her from us.
So here's my point. I think it is very clear that the BJP has lost the election, will lose the election, and therefore now they are using this raid Raj to sort of discredit the entire process of elections. And no matter what Sambit Patra might talk about democracy and all, democracy is probably the last thing on their minds. Have you? What about Mr.
There have been recoveries
in 2013
on the back of any of these. No, hang on, 1 minute. The EC is raiding.
Now he's saying he's 12th pass.
No, please. Are you suggesting that the election commission?
Why should I hang on? I want to say. I want to raise the same question about the BJP as you're raising about the Congress.
You know, I know that your party
I don't speak for the Congress,
and the people you sympathize with have lost faith in the judiciary.
BJP
but don't undermine another.
The amount of fudging, the amount of lies and deceptions. Do you know what the Prime Minister did in Bangalore?
Mr. Desai, you know that the state is under the charge right now of the Election Commission. Are you suggesting that even the Election Commission has been suborned?
They're terror-stricken and they've come unhinged. Mr. Modi couldn't even remember what Mr. Thimaiya said. Oh, Mr. Thimaiya,
you're deflecting. The issue is cash, not rhetoric.
I mean, it's pathetic.
These videos are not lying, sir. This cash is being recovered from gunny sacks, cement bags, hoops of cars, homes, lockers.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
This entire exercise is to somehow cast aspersions on the conduct of the election. Because it's been a Congress state,
7,000 to 8,000 crores is actually
7,000
in Karnataka. Proof of the entire operation that is being done at the moment.
No, what do you mean your proof?
See,
no, please don't be irresponsible.
I am not making irresponsible statements. I will back my claims up with 2 or 3 specific proofs.
Okay.
If Mr.
Furnish the proof.
If Mr. Rajiv Desai stops being a broken record, I will talk.
Why were you not?
He will not allow us to talk because as he speaks, Operation Bribe for Votes is happening and he wants it to happen. He doesn't want Operation Bribe for Votes should be out. Therefore, he is going to continuously
okay, Mr. Desai, okay, gentlemen, relax, calm down. Both of you.
I don't have to say anything. I've said everything I want to say. Now it's all yours. Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue this whole process.
Let him. Okay. Let the other side come in now. 30 seconds. Ceasefire. Yes.
Rahul, every party pumps in money in elections, but some parties have done PhD and others are in nursery. When I was active in the Congress circles, these last two nights would be called Qatal Ki Raat. I have recently realized why it's called Qatal Ki Raat. It's called Qatal Ki Raat because democracy is murdered. Now let me elaborate. I am giving you proof. I'm giving you proof.
Okay,
Mr.
bring
Desai.
out the
Desai,
proof.
we know
Now, come
about
on,
the
bring out the
election
proof.
commission.
Bring out the
The
proof.
election commission may be
I
in charge,
I
but
know
the mandate.
about the
No,
role
one
that
second.
you
Now,
played in the
Mr.
Congress.
Desai,
So
please, you have
don't
no right to try and disrupt another.
inflate your
No, please, the
importance in
panelist
this
is
whole
trying
thing.
to. One second, sir.
He
We
was
gave you.
disrupting me, Rahul. He was
Please.
disrupting me. I'm sorry, you were disrupting me. I was
You're
being
disrupting
disrupted.
the country. You're disrupting democracy in Karnataka.
Okay, can you hold fire for 30 seconds, please, sir? I request you. Please, I request you.
Sure.
I'll
Yes.
give you proof. Proof number one. Since the beginning of elections being announced, in financial year 2018, income tax raids for unaccounted income in Karnataka, including one on Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, the total recoveries have been 5,300 crores. This much has been got, but how much is almost this much is still in the system. Proof number two. In one specific case, 1.22 crore of dirty cash. The link has been drawn to a minister, sitting minister in the Siddaramaiah government via his PA's WhatsApps and via his PA's diary entries. Proof number three. There is the EC is in charge. Of course, the EC is in charge, but the mandate of the EC is being implemented by officers who have been fed by the hand of patronage of the state government. Therefore, you are seeing openly money is being transported and without any
That's
fear
a
of the law.
very serious
It
charge.
is-
Very
I am
serious charge.
saying it.
Very
Mr.
very
Rahul
serious
Gandhi
charge.
should say whether he's imandar or he's maldar. Because even today, as we speak, ministers are being indicted for they are being raided. Ministers are being raided and money is coming out. Money is flowing freely from their houses when raids are being conducted. How do they
Maldar.
have these money? How
So
do-
you're saying Maldar Congress Party, not Inamdar Congress Party.
not imandar at
Not
all. And
imandar,
even Mr.
but
Chidambaram
maldar.
will testify to that today.
Okay, look, now you're one second. This is a very serious
Can I
accusation.
make a quick point if I'm allowed?
I will, sir. I will come to you. Let me get
Yes.
the other side in the interest of fair play and balance. Serious charges are being made. Ashutosh Mishra,
Okay.
Maldar Congress, according to Shehzad Poonawalla, has injected around 7,000 crores, according to him. I am not taking responsibility for this statement. He claims to have proof of this. I need you to answer. 7,000 crores injected? Are you not certain that the so-called development work you have done is going to win the voter? That you need to grease palms there, allegedly?
First let's be clear, don't represent the Congress, but I am very worried about what Mr. Poonawalla said.
Yes?
Because, Rahul, I have just lost, I can't hear you.
Go ahead. We can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what Mr. Poonawalla was right now pointing out, that there have been a lot of IT raids. Now the income tax department is run by the central government, and what we are seeing right here is an effort by the central government to influence the voters against the opposition. It's very alarming. If we were talking about cleansing process, as Dr. Sambit Patra was saying, it was most welcome. But this is an effort to influence voters by trying to paint the opposition leaders in a bad light.
Why is the
and this is going
unaccounted
to
cash
happen
with
over
those
the next
leaders?
12
Don't
months.
keep the cash. You won't be raided.
This is going to be
Mr.
happen
Mishra,
again, all this.
अगर
And
कुछ पाप
this-
नहीं होगा
this
तो
affect-
पुलिस नहीं
Now,
आएगी
you
आपके
just
पीछे,
listen-
अथॉरिटी नहीं आएगी.
अरे भाई,
Dr. Patra is
आप-
raising his hands. He
नहीं,
wants to come in on this.
आप-
Dr. Patra.
Income tax department is
IT
run
department being
by-
unleashed,
No, no.
IT
For a
department
party
doing-
which instead
no,
of saying Jai
dirty
Shri
tricks
Ram, now
to
says
vilify
Jai
the
Shri
Congress
Ramalu.
at the last moment.
This is-
You've unleashed
this
your...
is the worst sort of dirty.
Okay, so you unleashed all the instrumentalities, the charges from the Congress sympathizers. The BJP is unleashing all its instrumentalities on the Congress to ensure that voters become disaffected with it. That's the charge.
Well, accepting the allegation, let us believe that we have unleashed the IDs, the EDs, the income tax department and everyone. My simple suggestion is, did we go and forcefully make Mr. Siddaramaiah wear that 70 lakh ka watch? That Hublot watch that Siddaramaiah ji was wearing for all these years, and suddenly when the
Why
camera
don't
caught
you
eye
ask
of it, then
Mr.
only he
Modi about
surrendered.
history?
Was that forced by
Why don't you
us?
ask Mr. Modi about his rank,
Arre, sir,
communal
who is this
appeal?
shouting? Who is this shouting? Who is this? No, who is this shouting? Did I shout when you were speaking, sir? So we did not force the Hublot watch the wrist of Mr. Siddaramaiah. And remember, we through a press conference have exposed as to how this wristwatch was collected, which was only one of the number of gifts which should probably would have been collected by Mr. Siddaramaiah. So
No,
as far as
you
corruption
didn't
is concerned, it
show
always
any
moves
proof
top
that this was
downwards.
Hublot
And
watch
so since
you
the
got.
Oh, Rajiv Desai ji, please listen to your granddaughter. She is intelligent enough. वो खिड़की से बोल रही थी, राहुल से ना हो पाएगा, दादाजी इनका सपोर्ट मत करो. आप क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं? Please listen to your granddaughter. She is very intelligent. Don't follow Rahul Gandhi. And Mishra ji, please, it is
No,
a
no,
Hublot watch.
what
How do
the
you know it's not a
granddaughter was
Hublot watch
actually
and the whole
telling
world
Mr.
knows
Desai
what it is?
कि
Mr.
बाबा मुझे
Siddaramaiah
बचाओ.
himself has said it is a Hublot watch.
ये
Why do
लोग
I have
ये
to
कैसे
prove
लोगों
that?
के
He has surrendered it
हाथ
to the
में future
speaker.
छोड़ रहे हो,
So what
बाबा
I was
बचाओ.
suggesting
He was
is
seeking
the
help.
trail
He
detail
was
as to
asking
how
him
that
to
watch
save.
reached Mr. Siddaramaiah is apparent. Everyone knows that. Even Mr. Siddaramaiah has accepted. So please, for God's sake, the corruption
No, but these
flows from
videos
top
don't lie.
downwards. He is himself
Look at the
corrupt.
amount of
in
cash.
Badami
Day
constituency.
after day,
20
cash.
lakhs or more than that has
No,
been
but a lot
declared
of
from
these
the room
seizures-
in which he was staying.
A lot
I
of
think
these
my phone
seizures
my
are
phone
from...
connectivity is lost. If the PCR can
No.
give me a call, I would be connected.
A
That's why
lot,
probably I'm not
lot
able to
of
hear
these
everyone.
seizures are in fact from Congress legislators' homes or individuals who are linked to the Congress. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem tonight, viewers. As we report this story, as we put out visuals of bundles of cash, there is a huge problem, huge possibility that tomorrow's entire process has been vitiated by unaccounted for wealth. Here are the hard facts once again for those that are tuning into this broadcast. Cash gate videos are out. 500% increase in cash seizures by IT department ahead of election day. Some of these videos are already out there in the social media domain. Over 87 crores seized in the run-up to just election day, which is tomorrow. In precisely 12 hours, the first ballot will be cast. And it tells us a story, a dangerous story of an attempt being made to absolutely buy out voters so that they can exercise their franchises to benefit X or Y candidate. We are going to take a very short break here on the show in just a few moments. But before that, I want to quickly bring in Shehzad Poonawalla.
Yeah.
Shehzad Poonawalla, you made a charge. You are putting the entire blame at the door of the Congress. It is a very serious allegation to make, rhetoric aside, just 12 hours before the voters exercise their franchise, because people will say that you're trying to influence their vote. You have read out to me one particular detail which on the face of it stands up to some amount of scrutiny, not the others. I'm sorry to say, not the others. The other is rhetoric. You can't say
so.
that you can't say that when the when the EC is in charge of a state, the officials are still out of a sense of loyalty executing tasks at the behest of the state government, the Siddaramaiah government. How is that? How can you make that claim?
That claim is being made because the Karnataka Congress is pulling out every stop to make sure that this final ATM of theirs is not shut down. People's ATMs may be empty, but this ATM cannot become empty, and therefore...
Sir, you are making a serious charge against...
I am giving you one more proof. Before the Gujarat polls, people were taken to a Karnataka resort. Raids took place of the IT. How much money was recovered from which minister's
Excuse
resort?
me, Rahul.
Please tell me.
Rahul,
PA and the
this
General
guy
Secretary of
Poonawalla
KPCC,
has
Parasmal
no
Jain,
credibility
his house was
whatsoever.
raided. Was
How
money
dare he
recovered?
talk like
I
this?
am asking
He has
you, why
zero
is every
credibility.
recovery coming
He has
of
no
cash
standing
coming from
anywhere.
only?
He's
Why
just
is it
showed
that
up
every
here
maldar
making
being found
wild
is a maldar
allegations
connected to
without any
one
proof
party?
whatsoever.
Why doesn't the
I think
Congress
he
party
ought
and its
to-
leaders
he
in
ought to
Karnataka explain
not be
that?
allowed to make these kind of wild allegations.
Well,
that-
sir, let
Why
me-
don't you
that
sue
shows
me
up
on
like
behalf of
election-
Congress
You know,
party?
a sum of 11 lakhs was recovered from a Congress leader in KPCC, General Secretary Parasmal Jain's house in
Badami
Badami. That's 8th May 2018. Then on 9th May,
Mr. Poonawalla,
voter
I'm
ID
so
seized from
sorry.
a flat
You-
in
not
RR Nagar.
one word from
That
your
also
mouth,
belongs
not
to an
one
individual
word
who's
from your
linked to
mouth
Congress. Nanjula is linked to the Congress. We are being told now the EC has decided to postpone that election, defer it. The Akola raid. No, sir, look at the facts. Come on, look at the facts, sir. Satish Sen, Mangaldas Kamas, Congress candidate, IT department raided the house of his in Ankola. 11th May, which is today.
Now that has been answered.
Just make stuff up.
It's the wile and the might. It's the wile and the might of the central government forces.
GK Venkatesh, Yashwantpur corporator arrest. GK Venkatesh, Yashwantpur corporator arrested along with Congress worker K. Sunanamma, Bore Gowda and Minamma. Flying squads go and seize.
Yeah, but what?
Thousands of voter identity cards.
It's all planted.
Please tell me, Mr. Desai, everybody wanted the election in Nagar to be countermanded or to be postponed. Which was the party which opposed this?
Well,
why were they opposing it?
No, please.
If they weren't being benefited by those fake ID cards.
JDS candidate counting money. Kin counting money. Look at that. JDS candidate Kin caught bribing voters.
Evidence.
He's passing off money like they're sweets.
People went to reached there before election commission.
No, this is no, 1 minute. First of all, the statistics tell us, and the statistics don't lie, like those videos are not lying. Juhi Singh, that there has been a huge increase in the cash. So obviously someone has taken it upon themselves because the stakes are so high to distribute this money.
Also, you should have said something about the purchase of legislators in Goa and Manipur. You should have said. You should have talked about the rumbles
Karnataka, sir.
in Assam and in Meghalaya. Why don't you talk about that? This is all one way.
But that is another state. Are they voting?
Rahul, but 1 second. I just want to ask one question to you because the entire state is under election commission and there are independent observers sent there.
I'm coming back to this.
Who is putting this question
Juhi
mark
Singh, I'm
on
coming
all
back
these
to you.
people, all the bureaucrats?
I'm going to take a short break. We come right back to Juhi Singh after this short break. Stay with us. Don't go away. Cash avalanche. A cash avalanche is threatening to deluge Karnataka a day before elections. In 12 hours, the first vote is going to be cast. And we don't know if it's conscience or cash that is driving the decision of the voter on the ground. If you just look at these pictures, 6 Cashgate videos that we have put out this evening, they tell us a story of how money is being used today to undermine democracy and the mandate. It's being used to grease palms. It is being used to buy liquor, saris, laptops to give to individuals, along with several other precious items like jewelry, gems. I mean, the list is long. As I told you, this is not restricted to one district or half a constituency. This cuts across the state. Look at the number of districts here. 35 districts. 35 districts, total amount of cash seized till date. Look at the numbers. Burgeoning numbers. 85 crores cash seized. Look at these columns filled with zeros. These are the zeros that are today vying really for attention of the voter. There are relatives of candidates that are sitting on footpaths distributing money to people. 2,000 rupee notes. Where does this money come from? Why is it being spent like water? Who is nervous of losing? Juhi Singh, as of today, an overwhelming number of seizures are from houses linked either or properties or cars linked to Congress candidates. If the Congress has done so much work, why is it so nervous?
Rahul, yeah, yes. Rahul, your question is still valid. How did this money reach to, I don't know which party, but how did it reach there? The election commission was in charge. Now, I don't question the fact that, the election commission is not doing its work, but the officers are all India officers. They are not under the state government. After the code of conduct is announced, everybody I think on the panel knows that there are independent observers who are very well put in advance in these states. So,
just give me 30 seconds. I believe that Union Minister Piyush Goyal is holding a press conference on the EC's decision to defer the elections in R.R. Nagar, where a seizure of fake voting ID cards has led to a huge controversy traced to a Congress MLA. Let's just go straight across. Corporator rather. Let's go straight across.
As has been pointed out to me, the Election Commission has described in great detail how this whole process was started nearly more than 1 month ago of giving out a water can based on which the people were asked to give their epic cards. And I once again quote from the order of the Election Commission. Police recorded the statements of the concerned voters which revealed that epics were taken a month before in exchange of water cans and promised cookers etc. at a later stage. Water cans were seized from these houses. These seized water cans bear the photo and text of the INC candidate from 154 Raja Rajeshwari Nagar Assembly constituency. मैं समझता हूं इतना घोर अपराध शायद ही मैंने पहले इतने वर्षों में भारतीय राजनीति में देखा होगा, where the concerned party and candidate have used a survey firm to carry out a detailed survey of the voters in the area, which included photograph of the house of the particular voters, along with his details of caste, gender, contact number, and passport size photographs. All of this leading to a deliberate attempt to vitiate the free and fair election, and possibly the laptop and the printers that were found there suggest an effort.
Well, there you go. There you go. The BJP coming out and saying that the Congress party is now executing the biggest fraud on democracy. It has decided to withhold in a new methodology. This is what the BJP is claiming there. Withhold ID cards, voter ID cards in exchange for money. So these individuals have to sit out of the election and exchange for money. Rajiv Desai, that's very serious. The Election Commission has filed an FIR. These facts are now listed in the FIR. There's no wriggling away. There is no wriggling away. Rajiv Desai, no wriggling away this evening. No wriggling away. Election Commission in its FIR making stunning charges against the Congress.
You think I believe a word of this? I don't believe a word of this. I don't believe the minister. I don't believe the income tax rate. I don't believe any of this.
What do you
believe? I think this is just a big drama.
Do you believe that elections should be free and fair? Or do you believe that money power, that 7,000 crores should be pumped in for Qatar ki Raat? Do you believe that Karnataka should now become another Tamil Nadu where money power plays the overwhelming role in deciding who should come to power and who should remain in power just so that somebody can have an ATM? Do you believe?
Okay, let him speak.
Why don't you ask Mr. Goyal about his issues in the corporate world? Why don't you ask him that? Do you think he has any credibility to talk? Why don't you file a case? Cash and corruption. What about his dealings?
Dr. Patra, Dr. Patra, Piyush Goyal, the Congress and Congress sympathizers say, who's Piyush Goyal to question us? He doesn't have the moral authority. He must look into his own backyard.
Well, see, as far as the Congress party and their sympathizers are concerned, they will question the Chief Justice of India. They would question the Election Commissioner of India. They would question the ministers of India.
You, Sambit, don't forget, you also.
No, at the moment they're questioning Piyush Goyal.
In Pakistan, no.
At the moment they're questioning Piyush Goyal.
Qaide Ajam, please allow me to.
No, at this moment they're questioning Piyush Goyal, sir.
Please, they'll only go and rant in Pakistan because their Qaid-e-Azam lives in Pakistan. They only believe in Pakistan. They don't even believe the Chief Justice of India. They don't believe in Army. They don't believe in Election Commission. They don't believe in EVM. They don't believe in RBI. They don't believe in Moody's. They don't believe in World Bank. So I can do nothing if they don't believe in anything.
No, but Dr.
Please
Patra,
allow me to come to the point now. The point over here is
the question is that can Piyush Goyal stand in judgment of the Congress when the Congress is accusing him of having links with companies that have benefited?
Okay, let me answer this.
In an underhand manner.
This particular question.
That's the allegation.
I'm answering this particular question. I'm answering this particular question. Piyush Goyal is only conducting the press conference, sir. As far as countermanding the election is concerned, Piyush Goyal has not countermanded the election. After going into the details of the case, it is the Election Commission of India which realized that, well, yes, there was a fault with the Congress candidate, and that's why on the insistence of the court, there has been an FIR registered against Mr. Muniratnam Naidu, who is the Congress candidate. Piyush Goyal did not go and register an FIR. Why are you all against the Election Commission? Why are you all against the Election Commission?
Absolutely.
I don't understand.
Why not? Who wants to take that question? Rajiv Desai, Election Commission
do in Gujarat?
Exercising independent judgment.
Nobody is against
has come to a conclusion that is damning for the Congress party.
We are questioning this whole episode. This whole
no, it's Rahul Gandhi who said the Congress is imandar. The Election Commission has a problem with that conclusion.
And that in fact Mr. Modi's several rallies have worked against them, that they've lost even more votes. Today a whole bunch of editors have issued a statement to that effect.
Then why are you pumping in so much money? Then your candidate should go with empty pockets and say, "ऐसे ही vote दे दो हमको." But you are in fact paying 2,000 to 3,000 to 5,000 rupees per vote. Why are you doing that?
You think that?
Why were you against the voting or countermanding of elections in Karnataka? You were the only one who opposed it. Why were you against it? That shows कि चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका. It shows कि दाल में कुछ काला है. राजीव देसाई आपकी दाल में कुछ काला था. आप क्यों उसके खिलाफ थे? Today Election Commission wants it. All political parties except you want it. Why?
With regard to
were those ID cards meant for you?
Don't talk to me.
Let me come in. Let me come in. There's a problem.
Talk to the anchor.
There's a problem.
Mr. Shivshankar.
Yesterday,
I have absolutely no business with you. Please.
We also have no business with you. That's why we are clean.
Shada Punawala, 1 second, please. I want to bring in Juhi. I want to bring in Juhi Singh, and I also want to bring in Ashutosh Mishra.
Yes.
Let me first bring in Ashutosh Mishra. Ashutosh Mishra, you know, we are debating all of this. The fact that cash, I mean, look at those bundles of cash. I mean, look at them. They're towers. They're towers of cash. The same cash that ran dry in ATMs is stacked up in gunny sacks, which should actually be containing cement. And I'm asking you, Ashutosh Mishra, they have been found on the personages of individuals linked to the Congress MLAs, allegedly. Of course, allegedly. Smoking gun. But I want to ask you, we're doing this debate on a day when the Chidambarams are being prosecuted under the Black Money Act. The Chidambarams are not small-time individuals. They were very important authorities within the UPA, very close to the Gandhi family. We're having that debate today, exactly 16 hours after Rahul Gandhi in a press conference said that the Congress is an imandar party. How much are you going to deny? Ashutosh Mishra.
This is why this has happened. To counter Mr. Gandhi's charge about claim that we are an...
No, please, please, the Election Commission is not timing, please, its press conferences or its decisions to the curriculum and the itinerary of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And if you're saying that, sir, you're doing a great disservice to the Election Commission that, remember, sir, also ensured that there would be no sharp practices in Punjab where your government came back to power. So please. It's
not my government.
Don't be blinded. Don't be blinded by your avarice for power. Now I want to bring in Ashutosh Mishra. You need to respond, Ashutosh Mishra.
Don't.
I'm asking Ashutosh Mishra, why don't you let him answer?
Like this by doing raids.
No, why are you speaking for him?
He speaks
You're
for
speaking for the Election Commission. You've spoken for the Supreme Court.
Rahul Gandhi has sent some WhatsApp. He's reading those WhatsApp and immediately shouting.
Okay, 1 minute. Ashutosh Mishra, come in on this. I asked you a direct question. Come on.
So, yeah. So my reply to it is that what we are seeing here is that the income tax department has been unleashed on the opponents to paint them in a bad light just before the polls. As far as Mr. Chidambaram's case is concerned, you haven't heard the other side. These are just allegations by the income tax department.
Wrong.
So,
We've heard the other side.
Court order has said
No, one
that
minute.
there is a
One second. We've heard the other side. The other side says that some of these declarations,
you have heard nothing.
this unaccounted for wealth that was used to amass properties abroad and assets overseas, these were not declared because of a mistake committed by the chartered accountant. Every time there's a problem, the chartered accountant messes up.
Allegations which may be proved or not be proved later. It has to be proved in court of law.
Cash is coming out. Black money is being used allegedly to buy assets overseas.
It's too early to call everyone. It's too early. I mean, if you remember, it took ages for Mr. Modi
Ask Mr.
to be
Rahul Gandhi.
cleared.
He's Imandar. He must know where it's coming from. It must be all accounted in his diaries.
He's Imandar.
I don't know.
He's Imandar, and you are not listening.
I'm just as perplexed. Where's this money coming from?
Who are making these allegations? And you are mocking and you
Yes,
are
Okay,
IT
department, everyone is vendetta. Okay, BJP, Dr. Sambit Patra, vendetta is at work. It's only about vendetta.
And even this video.
Can I answer? See, I have been hearing everything. As far as Mr. P. Chidambaram is concerned, only one line would suffice. P. Chidambaram has been rightly called as a friend, father and philosopher of black money. So I don't think we need to even discuss about Mr. P. Chidambaram. Everyone on this planet Earth knows what Mr. P. Chidambaram is up to. Coming to the main issue, what has saddened me...
Shame on you for doing this to an honorable man.
Are you P.
Shame on you, Sambit. Shame on you.
Are you P. Chidambaram? You know who said this about P.
Shame
Chidambaram?
on you.
Your great friend Mr. Ram Jetmalani said this.
Reputation
No, do you know Mr. Rajiv Desai who said this about Mr. P. Chidambaram? It was Mr. Ram Jetmalani, your friend, sir. Your friend Ram Jetmalani. He wrote an article.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Philosopher of black money, P.
Don't
Chidambaram.
take me down your rabbit hole into this wonderland of yours where the BJP will win every election.
Don't go down the hole, sit atop the hole and watch your WhatsApp.
Come down from the heavens.
So please, if you don't want to go down the hole, please sit above the hole and go into the WhatsApp discussion. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. Thank you. Now, what has saddened me really, Mr. Rahul Shivshankar, the fact that was stated by Piyush Goyal right now. You know, for what the Election Commission has released, for what in fact the epic cards were exchanged, water cans.
Don't be patronizing.
I mean, just imagine such was the level of misgovernance. Such was the level of misgovernance of Siddaramaiah
Juhi
government.
Singh doesn't agree with you, sir.
Needed water cans.
Dr. Patra, Juhi Singh takes exception.
Yes, I do. I want to know. Yes, Rahul, I want to know where did this cash come from? I thought after demonetization, all the cash has been taken out of the economy.
Juhi ji and Rajiv Desai rattled? I am attacking P. Chidambaram and Congress party. आप कितने सीट पे चुनाव लड़ रही हैं जूही जी कर्नाटका में? आप क्यों गुस्सा है?
Anyone to speak, sir?
जूही,
अरे सर, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
किसको अलाउ करना है? आप कितने सीट पे लड़ रही हैं, मैडम?
After demonetization,
224 सीट पे समाजवादी पार्टी लड़ रही है ना?
It doesn't matter, sir. Where did this cash come from? It really doesn't matter, sir.
Because all the ATMs were made dry.
Don't make fun of me.
Yes, you are right, Juhi Didi. All the ATMs became dry few months ago. You know why it became dry?
You remember why the ATMs had gone dry in the region, and today we have the proof as to why the ATMs had gone dry in the region.
Sacks of cash. Look at the amount of money that is doing the rounds. Viewers, I just want to come in here. Let's leave the politics out of this. Let's leave the politics out of this. There is a very great chance. You just do the maths. 87 crores.
Yes.
87 crores has been seized. There are a total of 5 crore, approximately 5 crore voters out there. Obviously, all of them are not going to be suborned. So if you just do simple maths, already, as we speak, each voter is in a position to get 15 rupees at the very least. I'm just saying.
But
if you
in
just
this
do, no,
system,
please,
there
please,
is
let me look,
7,000
look, please.
crore.
I don't know how much
Every
money.
voter is entitled to
I can only,
1,500.
no, I only know 1 minute. I only know about the money that has been seized, and it's 500 times greater. 500% greater.
This is probably
than
Rahul.
the last.
Rahul,
Please, then
this
the last
is probably
election.
the money.
So why do you
that
jump down my throat?
failed
I'm just
to
doing
put
the
in
maths.
people's accounts.
Even
Remember,
if you
Mr.
think
Modi
that
had
each
promised
voter is being
that
bought
you'd
by
bring
those
black
80
money
crores,
from
they stand to
abroad
get 15
and
rupees.
put 15 lakhs in every individual's account.
Stop seeing
Mr.
voters as
Modi
a
had
rate
said,
card.
Well, how
Mr.
can he-
Desai, don't see them as a rate card.
individual's
So
account.
he's saddened
After
because
This rate
bringing
card
black
politics
money
has
from
to
abroad.
end.
That's
Maybe
only
this is that
looted.
money because
Rate
we have
card
to put
politics
money
has been
in anybody's
described.
account.
Chidambaram's
Maybe this is
family
that
made
money.
it a family interest promotion board as
So
per the
maybe
AG.
that is
Look,
why
maybe
very
maybe
problem
look,
is-
Look, I need to
Maybe
come in here,
that's
viewers.
He looted
I
him
need
of
to talk to
50 lakh
you
rupees and he
for
has
about
not
a
got
minute.
that back.
I just want to
Control
point
the
out
cash,
certain
you could do
facts.
that.
No, please. I need to lower everyone's faders. I don't have much time. And tomorrow is a very crucial day. It's not just crucial for Karnataka per se, but it could determine the course of India's electoral discourse going into 2019. So if there is money doing the rounds, it's not for nothing. If it's a record amount, it's not for nothing. The point here is, are people today electing candidates because their conscience is making them do it, or a large number of are doing it because it's cash that is making them doing it? And if it is cash, viewers, this is a sickening assault on our democracy. It is a shameful passage, rite of passage, that we are forced to traverse because political parties are preying on our basic weaknesses and vulnerabilities of the poorest. This really is the biggest sham. This really is the biggest, most callow sham that is playing out. And whoever is doing it must be punished. I mean, look at these statistics. I want my colleague for just 30 seconds to focus on what I'm showing here. Can you please, sir? I just want to have this quick opportunity to brief our viewers. Look at this. This is a comparative statement of seizures and law and order cases. We forget the law and order for a few moments. Just look at the seizures. 2013 assembly elections date of announcement to the date of poll. Look at the cash seizures, 14 crores. 5 years later, viewers, it's 87 crores. You do the math yourself. You will know that there is always almost a 700 time jump on these numbers. And then you look at the other seizures. The jewelry from 6 to 65 crores. 6 to 65 crores. You do the maths. There are just 5 crore approximate voters in the state of Karnataka. Each stands to gain, if one were to assume each one was being paid, each stands to gain 30 rupees today. And you can just amplify that number because we know that all voters are not being suborned. And now look at the areas from which this money has been recovered. 30 districts, 33 districts to be precise. It's across the state. What is the guarantee that this is going to be a free and fair election? We are fallaciously blaming the EVMs. We've got to start looking at the ATMs. We leave it at that. The news are coming up in just a few moments with Navika Kumar.